If you were to personify my spending categories, excluding bills, my food spending would be Shaq, and whatever the hell else is second would be Kevin Hart. That's a convoluted way of saying I'm a big back and I spend a lot of money on food and nothing else. It's no secret that restaurant food can be suboptimal. You risk contracting strange diseases, intaking inhumane amounts of sodium, and having to skip medical bills to afford yet another round of avocado egg rolls at Cheesecake Factory. However, regardless of these extreme and completely real trade-offs, we still find ourselves at the booth of a Chili's ordering Cajun pasta. I'm gonna try to unbox why we still dine out together by going over the history of dinner, the modern landscape of this ritual, and seeing if we could piece together an answer as to why I am so bad at eating at home. Although dinner in a modern sense is a newer concept, the event has always been a social one. Before the advent of homes and cities, hunter-gatherers just kind of ate whenever. They were just shoving berries in their gullet whenever they found one. But when they took down a big back beast, that saber-tooth meat was shared with the whole tribe. This presumably delicious meat was enjoyed over an open flame as they discussed, I don't know, sports. They were always carrying around baseball bats. As we began to bend the earth to our will to procure sustenance, aka farming was invented, our dinner rituals changed a little bit. Much like a rapper who recently blew up and started cutting out their fake friends, our circle got smaller. That isn't saying much though, because dinner in early agricultural times, about 10,000 to 3000 BC, was still a big ordeal. Households were large. They included everyone from Mima to your sister's secretly closeted husband, aka Gay BIL Billy, and it was still commonplace to share dinner with your village. Because we didn't have automatic redstone farms yet, dinner started to revolve around the farm workday, meaning that it finally started to have a set schedule. But you know us humans and our insatiable hunger to build. We're moving on to ancient civilization times. This is about 3000 BC. Humans thought to themselves, you know what, I'd really like some sort of alleyway I can walk through that like significantly increases the chances of me getting stabbed. Let's invent cities. Now, obviously, there were a lot of ancient civilizations with different customs and ways of torturing the human body. I'm gonna be like Shaq's insurance here and be general about it. The common folks of ancient civilizations generally ate together with their extended families and neighbors. Please don't forget this important detail. Matter of fact, put me in a big old pot to emphasize this detail. Dinner was still a big old pot of shit shared among everyone in the household. It's also important to note, now put me in a big old loving family to really emphasize this point. Now just keep me here for a little bit. Big bro, where's the clip? Households weren't just your ma, pa, sister Susie, and totally embarrassing stepbrother Josh Nichols from school. Mom, think about it. Was your grandpas, it was your cousins, it was your secretly gay in-laws, and it was even lodgers and apprentices at times. The Sorcerer's Apprentice, 2012, Nicolas Cage. That was a movie. Before we move on, I want to share how I've been able to save money to afford my Chipotle addiction, and I know I look a little bit different. I changed my shirt. Let's not dwell on it. I recently found out I was being charged every month for Crunchyroll. Do not judge me. I was rewatching Space Jam. Thankfully, today's sponsor, Rocket Money, was there to help. If you somehow have never heard of Rocket Money, it's a personal finance app that allows you to manage subscriptions, lower bills, make a custom budget, and grow your savings all in one place. I like using Rocket Money because it helps you save money. What, do you not like saving money? Are you one of those pay piggies? Rocket Money has helped its customers save up to $740 a year when using all of the app's premium features. One of Rocket Money's killer buffs is its ability to help you cancel unwanted subscriptions. Once you connect your bank account, the app identifies all of your subscriptions in a single list, even the anime ones. No judgment here. From there, you could select the ones you don't want anymore, and Rocket Money may be able to help you cancel them with just a few taps. Take control of your finances today. Go to rocketmoney.com/chondigital to get started for free, or click the link in the description. Thank you to Rocket Money for sponsoring this video. Now don thy bronze helm, for we are entering the medieval times. And dinner didn't really change all that much, except they talked like this.
All right, lads and lasses, come to the dinner table with your da. Oi, Georgingson scenting son, my fucking bastard son. Fetch me a pints of ale before I smack your cock off. Okay, you could probably take that part out.
I don't know if that's historically accurate. That was just my friend Matt doing an impression. I truthfully don't know anyone from the medieval times. For the sake of time and your attention span, let's do a Blue's Clues leap in time to the industrial age where our modern idea of dinner really started to take form. Because of working 12-hour shifts and living in rat-sized apartments, the concept of a big shared dinner started to disappear. Also, you're not quirky for paying $5,000 for a closet-sized apartment in New York City. Frederick of Dusseldorf was doing that shit in 1887. Families were now living in smaller, more private quarters. They no longer had room for your grandpa or gay brother-in-laws, not because they were gay, of course, but because they were literally packed like sardines, rooming with live rodents. Dinner got pushed back way later into the day because everyone in the family, including little black lung Lucy, was working. So gathering around the dinner table became increasingly rare for common folks. This way of living was not sustainable. So after blasting two giant holes in a little island known as Nippon, us Yankees decided maybe we should gather around a table in a specific room for dinner. Enter the golden age of the family dinner. From the 1940s to the 1960s, your average family in America was having dinner like it was a Coca-Cola ad. It was ma, pa, maybe a beagle at your feet eating table scraps, your siblings, and you. And you better eat those peas because actually, I don't think that African welfare was on the top of many Americans' minds at the time. After the 1960s, we digressed. Dual incomes were becoming necessary again, so mom or dad, I'm just so fucking woke like that, couldn't stay home and prepare a meal for the family. Convenient food started popping up everywhere. Think of like kids' cuisines, but for the 1970s, and TV was starting to replace family time. You see how everything we deal with is just a reincarnated version of something we dealt with before? Yes, obviously many families still ate together. I don't need a comment from someone who signs off their name at the end of the comment letting me know my family still ate together in the 1970s. It was wonderful. Actually, do leave those comments. I love seeing comments from old people. I love how old people just sign off any comment they leave. They'll be like, oh, I liked the fart gag at 4 minutes in. Tim Johnson. Thank you, Tim. Thank you. Genuinely thank you. Please keep leaving comments like that. If you're old, what are you doing watching this? I appreciate that. Let me get back to the video. As I was saying, yes, families still ate together. This isn't something that just completely disappeared, but it was becoming less common as time went on. Now, maybe we learned our lesson from the industrial age and we realized, guys, we're doing it again. We're getting so caught up with overworking so much that we don't have time to see the most important people in our lives. Our family. Nope. Dinner time is pretty much non-existent in the modern world. Each family member makes their own dinner because we can afford to. Everyone eats at different times because, well, we can't afford to eat together anymore. Or you just get a stranger to drop off McDonald's at your home and hope that they didn't touch it with their booger fingers. Also, our households are much different than before. It's very rare in modern America to find a middle-class family that's living with someone outside of their immediate family. Your grandparents live in a dope-ass elderly community where they just drive carts all day and watch Elvis impersonators Bluetooth impregnate every woman in the room. Your older brother decided to move to Colorado to work at a ski resort and, dude, your 5-year-old sister just joined a sorority and they all live in one of those plastic playhouses in someone's backyard now. Eating with people, especially people outside of your immediate family, is expensive, inconvenient, and so much work. Just think of how many dishes you have to do when you make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. If you don't want to deal with all that work, you can choose to eat out, but that's still expensive. Not to mention, it's not as convenient as getting food delivered straight to your door. And anytime you eat out, you are accepting that it is going to be 100 times unhealthier than if you were to just cook at home, no matter what it is. But what do we do when we're meeting up with people? Seeing one of your friends? Let's grab Chipotle and catch up on your toxic girlfriend. Someone's birthday? Doesn't Cheesecake Factory sound good? Doesn't Cheesecake Factory always sound good for a birthday? Meeting with coworkers? How does Chili's sound? I've always wanted to eat laxatives with the people I work with. Grandpa's in town? So is a Golden Corral, and grandpas love Golden Corral. With all the downsides to eating at a restaurant, it's kind of crazy that we still do it, especially me. I drive an hour to Rainforest Cafe at least once a year. It hurts our guts, our wallets, and our ears when we're sat next to a family with a bunch of screeching babies. So why do we still do this archaic thing of eating in a crowded room with a bunch of people? Okay, I'm going to start with the simple stuff, and then we're going to dive deeper. We can't just start right away with the big juicy steak that Spike would skin Tom alive for. Is this the wrong crowd to make a joke like that? Are you guys not 80?
I love Tom and Jerry.
One of the main reasons we dine out is because it's convenient. Cooking is hard. Cleaning is annoying. I don't want to do those things. Let some dude who's uncomfortably close to my age take care of it for me. Reason number 2, even with access to Guy Fieri's recipe for the brick burger, I will never make anything taste that good, nor do I care to. If I want to eat something that tastes good, I will eat something cooked by my mother, my girlfriend, or some Mexican dude at a non-Mexican restaurant. Those guys can cook literally anything. Reason number 3, like a lot of freaks in the workforce, I work from home and I need to get the fuck out of this room after 5 o'clock or I will go insane. I know, boo-hoo, first world problems, the point still stands. I like going into a place that has an atmosphere, a vibe. I will deal with shittier, more expensive food if it means I get to be in a 50s diner. I need to be around other people, which brings us to our final point. We still dine out because it is the most human way of eating dinner. This idea of eating with just your immediate family is a new tradition we created out of necessity because of work. We've been dining out with a huge group of people since the dawn of time. Eating with like 4 people in an isolated room that only exists for this one activity isn't how we've existed through most of history. Now, I'm not saying this is a bad thing. This is just the way things are. And truth be told, a lot of us aren't even eating with our families anymore. You're probably eating alone in your apartment surrounded by your anime figures and Pop Funkos, or your family is individually eating dinner at different times. When we go to a restaurant, we're recreating how our ancestors lived, except for the whole tipping thing. And I don't think they were drinking fluorescent nectar in the form of a raspberry lemon drop. A restaurant dining experience is a truly human one. You're surrounded by others. In this case, it's unfortunately just a bunch of random strangers, but you're indulging in humanity's second favorite activity, eating. The first one being couch co-op. That shit goes hard. I really miss that. Although we're eating among strangers, we're at least at the table with people who aren't immediate family, yet kind of feel like that. Maybe you're seeing your friends who feel like they've truly become a part of your tribe. Maybe those coworkers you shared CPK with a few years ago have become some of your best friends and they truly feel like family at this point. Maybe it's worth spending a little extra cash and getting another triple bypass to dine out with your family because that's the only time you guys can get together. Restaurants also allow us to bring back that tradition of sharing food, especially if you go to an Asian place with like the family style of meals or whatever, where you literally all split these big ass bowls of grub. I know eating at a restaurant is a privilege, but don't act like you're not doing it once a week. You guys are buying Fortnite skins like they're lottery tickets, and you're buying lottery tickets like they're food. There's a reason we ignore the health and monetary costs of dining out. We love spending time with people, indulging in dank, nasty foods, and vibing in a cozy restaurant. Dining out is essential to the human experience. There's a reason why the most iconic hangout spots on TV are always at a restaurant. Sure, the economy can heavily affect our ability to go and eat out at a restaurant, but we will always find a way to dine out together. It allows us to connect with others over our favorite thing in the world and enjoy the crowded quarters we used to all share together. It's also fun to get out of the house and eat somewhere that looks like this. Tell me this is not a fuckable vibe. It sucks how difficult it is in the modern world to sit down with your family, even just your immediate family, and enjoy a big old meal. If your grandparents, parents, or even cousins are still alive and live fairly close to you, please make an effort to go see them. You guys don't even have to dine out. Just make like grilled cheeses together. Tell them Chon sent you. I originally started this video because I love the vibes of dining out. I had no clue how deep this would go into our history as humans, but it kind of makes sense. There's something comforting and authentic about sharing a table of food with other people. Regardless of culture, socioeconomic status, or period of time, it's something all of us humans do. It's what sets us apart from beast, canine, rodent, whatever else. Chondle that subscribe button for weekly videos. I recently launched a fully clothed OnlyFans, so go ahead and support me on there. Check out the newly designed Chon shop. Lots of little fun things to play with on there. You can follow me on Instagram to stay up to date with what I'm doing, and you know, I post funny stuff on there. It's a good time on there. Connect with me. Poke me on Facebook. And I assume you're eating while watching this instead of sitting with someone else who really exists in your life. And I guess thank you. Regardless of that, thank you for watching this video. I will see you guys next week.
Oh, Daddy, I've just discovered this lovely new band. They're from Rome, and they're called the Chainsmokers. They're so good.
What? My son is not listening to that shite! Oi, lad, I need you to take this CD.
Daddy, what's a CD?
It's a compact disc from the future. It's called Fallout, lad. I need you to put that on. My son is not listening to the chain smokers! No, he's not!